Welcome to Deadlands Dime Novels, The Adventures of Young and Holt, Issue 10, Marshall Mystery. I'm your narrator, Ernest Wick, intrepid reporter for the Tombstone Epitaph. In this issue, Young and Holt make their way to Fargo, but first take a stop in the sleepy town of Marshall, where the people there might be taking extended naps. Speaking of sleep, the boys don't have the best of dreams along the way. But let's see where they're at.
You know that you'll reach the city of Marshall probably by around 10 a.m. Let's see, what time do you guys finally get rolling? Well, either way, if you camp at night, you'll reach Marshall not too many hours after sunrise.
Yeah, let's just camp at night.
Yeah.
Find a spot, camp, hit Marshall the next day.
Okay. Not a problem.
All right, so this is 24 hours?
Absolutely.
Hitting the sauce. We got days stored there.
Make me a ride check while we're at it.
Really? I guess I know what I need to do next. Level up. Ooh, that's a good roll. I'm killing it this time. I got a 9.
9.
Oh, I only got an 8.
Wow, both of you must be getting used to your saddles because it's not bothering you nearly as much.
Surprising considering I'm carrying a load of dynamite.
Yeah.
It's making you ride a little more gently.
Can you slow down a little bit? It's a little jarring.
It's not...
Actually, that's not how horses work. So, you slow down, it tends to be a little more bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm actively keeping an eye out, that's for sure, since we are in a territory that is disputed.
okay. That makes good sense.
I will see and notice his caution and mimic it double.
Both of you can make a notice roll.
Ooh, I am really nervous. I'm very nervous.
Well,
11.
13.
Nice.
damn. Very nice. It is surprisingly...
We wasted that roll.
Oh, yeah, totally.
No, it's still relatively flat. There's a few hills here and there, some good patches of forest, but you're not really noticing anything that's out of the ordinary. At one point, you do come across a family on a wagon, and they're actually kind of going perpendicular to you, so they're heading west to east, and it's really more... It's almost like they're slowly angling southeast. But they see you, and they from the distance, and they kind of slow down and almost kind of like wait to see with a good large right of way.
Yeah.
But they wait to kind of see what you're going to do before they get anywhere closer to you at all.
I wave and right on by.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep going. But you're able to find a decent spot to camp. Pretty defensible. Seems relatively comfortable. There is running water, but it's a good 200 yards away.
Okay. I can't hear it.
No, you cannot hear the running water.
I'll take first watch.
First watch, take second.
Are you sure you don't want me to take first watch?
Okay, you can take first watch.
I think that's probably a better idea.
All right.
A little harder to wake me up.
So this is day 2? In the first day?
No, this is the end of the first day.
This is the end of the first
day, okay.
What? And you were hitting the bottle on this, is that correct?
I was sipping.
You were sipping? Okay.
Wasn't hitting it hard, but I did partake.
Okay. Make me a spirit roll and give yourself a +1 to the die roll.
8 and 5 is 13, +1 is 14.
14.
Crushed it.
All right.
Never to be repeated.
That's right. We're wasting all these good rolls.
Here we are.
Ruining plot points.
we got there safely. That never happens.
You sleep decent enough. You have a number of nightmares while you're sleeping. And it's unfortunately, they're the ones that kind of stick with you after you've woken up.
Yeah.
So tell me what you think one of those nightmares was.
Cut to that, give me a card. Traumatic sight. Well, I do have a reoccurring nightmare.
Here, you know what? I'll give you 2 to choose from.
Tranquil moment.
A traumatic sight and a tranquil moment.
Yeah.
Since there was multiple nightmares, 2 that stuck with me the most. The one will be the traumatic sight. We'll start with that one. That one was seeing an entire camp of miners slaughtered and butchered right before my eyes, and me powerless to do anything about it.
Who were they?
That haunts me to this day.
Who were they slaughtered and butchered by?
They were slaughtered and butchered by, to the best of what I could see, a woman that had 2 faces.
I mean, these 2 faces, was it one
was
face here, one in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
One was beautiful and one was monstrous.
And she could shift between them?
Yeah, and her joints would shift with her. So when she was walking as, you know, the attractive face, it would be normal. And then the monstrous one, her arms would like bend backwards and her knees would break the other way, and it would be this lurching kind of monstrous movement.
Gotcha.
Long black hair that would, yeah.
And why couldn't you do anything about it? Were you restrained?
Total terror.
So you're frozen in your tracks.
Yeah, and the attractive face reminded me of someone, but I can't, you know, it's that dream state, you can't quite picture who it is. And in that memory, there were gunshots in that, you know, a lot of gunshots. They didn't seem to do anything to stop her advances. But those gunshots kind of echo in the hills because this was a mining camp and there were, you know, hills and mountains around for them to echo off of. And the dream blurred at that point, the nightmare, which fed into the other nightmare of the time that I was shot up really bad and was rescued by my love interest, which turns into a nightmare because I remember the members of my old posse coming back and the threatening gunfight with that, and that overwhelming fear that is in every nightmare of you know, loss and anger and rage and powerlessness.
Okay. One thing that also links the 2 of these together as you're having these nightmares is the pattern and the sound of the gunfire from the miners being slaughtered while the miners were being slaughtered repeats, and it's the exact same gunfire, so it just matches perfectly. The 2-faced woman, was she the only one in the miner camp, or did she have people with her?
She was the only one slaughtering the miners.
All right. Then you wake up.
And I'll make coffee, and while I'm drinking my coffee, I'm trembling a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, are you done? Or is it my watch over?
You took first watch.
Yeah, and now you just woke up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. Yep. Waking up, doing my watch. Go sleep.
Okay. I'm not going to complain.
Porter.
Yes.
You may also make me a spirit roll.
All right.
5. You also have a nightmare.
Oh, lovely.
And I'll even give you 2 cards. I'm not going to give you a card that says dream. There we go. We have deja vu and earworm.
Oh, well, that's good because I had an idea already, so that works.
Excellent.
Out well. As a train hopper, I've seen the quote-unquote justice of the train companies many times, usually not with law involved.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen many friends, in particular, at least one, tied to the train tracks, and the train slowly, like lengthwise, not across, lengthwise, and the train slowly driven forward to run right up their body. And and as a penalty for train hopping, because they really, really do not like it. Much more than because they're losing money, and they don't like to lose money.
With these people, the individuals who got caught, are these all people that you know, or are they just like faceless people in your dream?
Well, in the dream, it's obviously going to be Regina because of its deja vu, and it's probably going to happen again. But in general, it's usually faceless. Now it has a face.
You're quite the damaged pair.
And what is your condition? What's happening to you while this is happening? Are you next, or are they just making you watch?
Oh no, they don't like. I'm not connected to it in that. I'm watching in that they made all the passengers watch because it's a crime and they're showing the punishment for the crime.
What is distinctive about the the train foreman who is basically engineering this punishment? What is a distinct feature about them?
Well, in this case, let's give him a face from a playing card. Probably a fairly decent Iron Dragon symbol.
Oh.
Let's mix it all together.
Okay.
A cane with an iron.
Oh yeah, a cane that's like a Eastern dragon that's sort of nice and long, and
so
the head at the top.
He carries a cane that has a coiling dragon king top.
Well, look, like the cane itself is like the long dragon sort of thing, but probably gold for the face and the mane that those type of dragons have, and then iron the rest of the way down. And give him the king playing card face, because why not?
And he kind of looks like the king of the playing card.
Yeah.
Very chiseled jaw. All right.
Well, he has it's because I'm remembering it. Actually, I'll do that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, so his hair kind of swoops down and curls a little bit like the king, and he's got just some very kind of
it's also dreamlike, so it's very 2D and kind of black and whitish.
Gotcha.
As you got it. It's actually the same face for the king as the Joker, so that works out.
Yeah, Joshua, your watch goes uneventfully. Your dream, of course, does not go uneventfully. But you wake up. You're no worse for it. You still slept well. It's hot out today. It's very obvious as the sun's coming up. It's just hot, and you can tell it's because there's a few clouds in the sky and starting to thicken up a little bit. Maybe not necessarily rain, but you can tell the humidity is a little bit on the rise. And so there's definitely some serious sweating coming your way.
I'm going to take my duster off, throw it over the back of my horse, and I will wet my neckerchief just to kind of try to beat the heat a little bit from the canteen.
All right.
Yeah, I will probably go through it. Oh, I'm going to probably refill the canteen at the running water before we leave.
Fair enough.
And then, should get another one next time. It's a little warm.
It is a little warm.
But I guess I have a jacket I'll take off. But other than that, not much I can do about it.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll put the hat down a little lower.
Anytime we come across water, we'll definitely linger a little bit for the horses.
You go maybe only about 15 miles or so. You're kind of coming up on you're in an area where to the east of you it's more thicker wood, timber. As you kind of wind your way kind of around this low bend, you can see a town in front of you. And there's a fair number of buildings there. It looks a little bit larger than Worthington, not huge by any means, but and then as you can kind of get closer, you see the town sign, "Welcome to Marshall," population, whatever. And it has some sort of slogan like,
slowest guns in the West.
Slowest guns in the West. Our lumber is firm and our wood is strong.
Marshall, yes, we got one. Somewhere.
There's no like population number with an X and then a lower number and an X and a lower number, nothing like that. But as you're riding into town, The first thing that catches your attention is that you don't see anybody. There's nobody walking on the streets. You don't see anybody coming in and out of buildings. There's nobody on any porches. And make me a notice roll.
As I'm looking around, I will unbuckle the thongs on the pistols.
Okay.
So they're not locked in.
All right.
I think I rolled 5.
I think you did.
I think I got a... Hey, I'm not fatigued. 3.
Porter, you spot this. You're looking down because you're kind of coming in right on the just outside of the main street, and you're looking down and you see off to the side, like on the first side street to the left, what appears to be someone lying on the ground.
Hey.
Between 2 buildings?
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I mean, it's like a side street, so yeah, it's between 2 buildings.
Keep right. Keep looking.
So you're kind of coming up on like the body's like here, and you guys are riding this way. Keep going.
There's no other path. There's like between buildings, but this is the main road, right?
Well, yeah, you're on the main road, and then there's street
like
runs this way.
Street, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cross street.
Under my breath, I'll be like, if he's dead, there ain't nothing to be done for it now.
And you see as he's coming, I mean, he's laying face first in the dirt. You don't see any blood. He's not like splayed flat. He's got a slight bend, as far as how he's laying. Not quite a fetal position at all, but maybe a quarter of that.
I'm going to unhook the shotgun from the horse because I don't keep it on my back
And sling, yeah.
and load it. Should we?
Keep right. I'm starting to look for names on buildings like saloon or...
You absolutely do find...
Gentry's number 12?
Out here, it's probably 72.
You do find a building that's a saloon.
Any horses out front?
There are no horses. You do not see any signs of horses. The Barrel of Fun Saloon.
Not too many people are having fun right now.
No, and as you get to that point, because you cross the street, and then you see the Barrel of Fun Saloon, and there is, on the porch of the saloon, there's another body laying down.
Windows shot out?
No.
I don't like this.
You wanted a story, Porter? Looks like you done found another one.
This is
What do you reckon's going on? See, beat you to it that time.
But you're the one with experience. I'm supposed to ask
You
you.
could draw on the chip for that one. That was pretty good. Ooh, beat you to it. Did you get it in blue?
Yep.
Very nice.
Thirsty?
We do need to refill the canteens.
Water troughs. Are they full?
There is still water. Some water in the troughs, yeah.
Okay.
Should we go in the canteen?
Tie up the horse
Okay.
at the post so that it can get to the trough and water itself, of course.
And then you said there's a guy laying, or a body laying on the, right next to the saloon door.
You walk up on the porch, and there's the doors and the bodies off to your left. As you kind of got closer, the angle that you were at, and the shadows hit it. It's a woman. She's in a nice dress, but yeah, she's laying down as well.
So I'm gonna, as you're staring at her body, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to step over her.
She's off to the side,
Oh, okay.
so you don't have to step over to get into the saloon. But yeah.
I'm gonna
swing open the doors to the saloon with hat down, and as the door opens up, I'll look up into the saloon.
Okay.
give up the crazy eyes.
Make me a guts check.
3. 6 and 3 is 9.
9.
3 grit.
And so you step in. Now he's better than the Weird West.
Oh yes.
And what are you doing? You're standing outside looking.
I was going to use the shotgun and kind of nudge the.
Okay.
the body.
Go pokey.
Are you awake?
We'll,
We need to get you a date, Porter.
We'll get to you in a second, Porter. All right, so you kind of walk in and you raise your eyes, and there's a number of people in here, probably 10, 11. They all appear to be dead.
Good.
There are some people sitting at tables. There's a couple bodies on the floor. As you look up, and at the top of the stairs, there's another body. It is facing as if it had gone up the stairs and then fallen. So in other words, it wasn't like this body was going to come down the stairs. It was going up. There are definitely some broken glasses and bottles on the floor. You can tell that. Pretty obvious. Right away, you don't see any sign of a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely, a couple cowpokes. One's still got his hat on. One guy in particular, he's like really slouched down in the chair. Some bottles sitting on the table there. That's what you see.
Yes.
You're outside. Poking at the body. Just kind of
Give it a nudge. Are you okay?
You get no response.
Gonna kind of hook under her shoulder and flip her over.
Make me a notice roll. That's good.
9.
She's definitely dead.
Okay.
All right. I'm assuming you just kind of like you're giving her like a close look.
Yeah, I am keeping the shotgun against her
Okay.
because I've seen some weird things. I mean, I guess it kinda, but I'm still.
You've heard weird stories.
I've heard
Haven't
weird
seen
stories from you.
anything.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we did see that barn. Okay,
That's true.
don't forget about the barn.
They didn't move.
They didn't, but they could have. I don't know that. And I'm going to keep it against her as I'm just kind of leaning close and see if I can figure out what killed her. That's mainly what I'm doing here.
It's tough to say. You don't see any like obvious bullet holes or anything like that there. One thing you do notice that kind of just stands out. There's like a little bit of dried blood that's on her, in her lower lips and off to the side, kind of angling away. So how she was laying, so it might have come out on her right side, I guess. The front of her dress, because the rest of her dress actually looked in pretty good shape and was pretty clean. The front of her dress actually has kind of a stain on the front, and it's not pronounced, but it's like a tannish kind of stain. It is not. It doesn't possess the same red as a blood stain. You've seen blood stains. It doesn't match that.
Does she smell? I mean, think she's been here for a while.
The smell of death, you can smell a little bit of her, but she's not. There's not. Maybe you're guessing. Well, let's see.
Actually, I don't know if I would know.
She does smell. Yes, it does smell of death. Best guess for your knowledge level is at least a day. So they haven't bloated out yet or anything. All right, back to you, Joshua. So you're standing in the doorway, got all these dead bodies.
Mosey on up to behind the bar.
You're around the corner, and there's a bartender. He's kind of slumped down, sitting down. You do notice the bartender got a very obvious bullet hole in his head, mouth open. He too has got like a little bit of a kind of a blood stain coming out of his mouth as well.
Grab a bottle off the shelf.
You can even get top shelf stuff if you want it.
I'll do that.
All right.
I'll grab a couple.
Okay.
That's what I'm going.
Okay. And
I'm standing behind the bar, pouring myself a drink.
Yep, and then you see about close to a dozen dead bodies in various poses around this, around the Barrel of Fun saloon. And
it wasn't me.
Can I have a drink too?
Down the bar to you.
I'm still in the doorway.
Make an agility roll. I want to see if you catch this because it's your impulse to go catch. I want to see if you trip over a body on the way there.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't get a 1. If you'd gotten a 1, I would have made you.
I'm just sort of.
Yeah, and you just fingertip grab it and it slides off and then.
I'll just shake my head, grab another bottle.
That one you
bottle this time.
Oh. And we got in about sunrise, right?
A couple hours after.
Okay.
I mean, it's not even lunchtime yet.
Okay. I'll break out the journal.
Okay.
I can do a rough sketch of the room.
All right.
Mark where each of the bodies are.
Okay.
Now I'm going with the bartender. Break out my cards here.
All right.
Because it's time for the best part.
A little hunch action.
That's right.
Okay.
I get 3 power points.
I don't think they're in any condition to play cards, Porter.
You're right, but it helps me think.
That's right. You don't know he can do any of this, do you?
Nope.
Would you like to make a notice roll to see if you notice something happening? Sure. Does he get a penalty for any?
He does.
Okay.
Because I have card sharp. It's minus 2, I think.
Well, in that case, I only got a 3.
Ooh, that was pretty lucky.
Actually, that's pretty close. Yeah, you almost had him. That's pretty good.
As I'm having a couple of shots and milling over the situation of the dead bodies here, and kind of just taking it all in, I'm got my back to the bar with nothing behind me. I.e., nothing can jump out behind me. That's my goal here.
That's your goal. That is easily accomplishable goal.
So we got not perfect.
Ooh.
Jackson Better pair gives me 3 power points, which is exactly what I need.
Very nice. I'll get you next time, says the Manitou. Please, come back and play some more cards with me. You're not going to like what you find. Are you sure you just don't want to just let me take care of it for you?
No. I need a story.
Oh, you'll get a story. You may not like it, but you'll get a story.
All right. I was on my hand on the bartender's shoulder. I may have pulled up a chair and dealt out some cards on the countertop.
Okay.
Bar.
And then at the end of it, I'll have the deal at the last card hand on his knee or whatever's here back there.
Okay. All right. So this gets you just a little, and you're focusing your hunch attention on the bartender himself.
I am focusing on the bartender. I have to make the arcane skill roll to see if this actually works.
Right.
You have the PowerPoint, so let's see if it pulls.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I got 5.
5. All right. No raise.
Nope.
Just okay. You get a couple of visions from the bartender's perspective. It's kind of obvious that he's beginning his day, rolls out of bed with someone who you instinctively know is not his wife, but you get a good look at her face. Flashes forward to cleaning himself up. Flashes forward to a scene in the kitchen. Looks like he's taken the top off a pot that you know was there from previous night before. Puts it on the stove to heat it up. A couple flashes more. You see prepping the saloon. He's standing in a couple of different spots of the saloon, kind of prepping things. Opens up the bigger doors so it can be open. A quick shot of him eating. Probably some of the stuff that was on the stove. Then quick shots. You can see people coming in and out of the saloon. There's a couple of shots of laughter. You see a couple shots of the same face you saw him looking at when he got out of bed. Then you see a couple shots where it looks like a few people are at their table and they get sick. They throw up just all over the table. He grabs a rag and he kind of turns, but then you see him look down at the bar. You see spots like you see when you clench your eyes real tight. When his eyes open up, it's kind of blurry vision. You can't tell, but you get a feeling that maybe some more time has passed. You're not sure. And then you look and you can see an arrangement similar to what you saw when you came in, but from an angle behind the bar. But then there's somebody standing amongst them, but they're blurry. And you can't make it out. Is it white? Or is it red? Or maybe it's pink, not sure, and then everything's just you kind of feel like a little bit of vertigo, and then that's where it ends.
Okay. First thing I do is I start writing rapidly in the journal before I forget any of it.
That top shelf whiskey, it's good.
Yeah, I'm grabbing a bottle to go too, and I'm not going to totally finish this one off.
I I don't think you should eat anything here.
All right. Wasn't really hungry.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't take anything to take with us, is more what I was referring to. Not eating right here in the middle of a dozen dead people.
Well, so you're saying leave the whiskey here? But it's right here.
No, I think the whiskey's okay.
All right.
I think.
Good answer.
I also think that someone else was here before us, but after.
There were lots of people here before us. There's a lot of people here that are dead.
No, but
you're not making much sense.
But
Feeling all right?
But after everyone died, there was someone else here. That I point to the bullet hole on the bartender's head.
Well, yeah, somebody had to shoot him and leave.
But it was after everyone died.
And you base this on
a hunch.
A hunch.
You can draw. You go ahead. You can draw a thing. Based off my spell called a hunch.
I'm just like, I don't believe him. So the cowpokes at the bar.
Okay.
Are there any guns drawn or out that they have? And if not, I'm gonna basically crack them open and see if they've shot any shots out of their guns. So I'm just gonna kind of go through all the bodies and see if any of them shot a shot.
Make me a notice check.
Whoa.
Don't lose the. You almost lost that one too.
Well, this one's a 6.
Nice.
Good.
And a 3 is a 9.
All right. So here's what you notice as you're kind of poking around the bar and you're making your assessment. You do find a couple of guns that are on the floor, nearby bodies. You also find on a couple of other of the bodies that are here, there is, looks like a couple of them have shot or are missing couple of bullets in the gun. The one thing, though, that you do notice that confuses you is, or just seems odd, and you probably wouldn't even have noticed it. Everybody who is shot roughly all in this area, with the exception of the bartender. There are a couple people, though, who are not shot, but are still dead, not been hit. Two of the saloon girls, definitely that way, and one of the cowboys at a table. And he was actually down on the floor, kind of like almost underneath the table. And he was not shot. But everybody else, with the exception of the bartender, has been shot.
Okay.
So now that I've decided this...
And do you go upstairs?
No.
Okay.
I will be going upstairs, but not yet.
Okay.
First thing I'm going to do is, seeing that he's looking at all the different guns, maybe you should pick out one.
You ready to upgrade from those little poppers that you got?
And a gun belt. Find someone about my size.
All right. Well, I'll look around and see if any of the rigs are nicer. Maybe a quick draw rig or something like that. If not, just one of the nicer rigs.
There are no quick draw holsters.
That's fine. I'm not going to quick drawing anyone anyways.
But you could definitely find a couple of Colt Army single action pistols. You can find a Star revolver.
Yeah.
You definitely find that.
That's what kindness and mercy are, so I'll probably lean to one of them. One of each. He needs to carry 2.
I need to carry 2?
One on each hip.
What? I can...
Make him a proper right gunslinger here.
Okay.
Is there a belt that has 2 holsters?
Yeah. Yeah, you can rig one belt with 2 holsters.
Absolutely.
So, here's the belt. And I'll grab some 44 ammo out of the other belts.
Okay.
And basically
popping as I pull out the belt.
Bullets
Slot
in the
bullets
belt.
in the belt. Nice. You
And
can absolutely do that.
And then basically, I'll point to my leg and show where it's tied above the knee. Because I ain't gonna reach down there and
Walking
put
through
it
this
on
in the
for
middle of
ya.
a dozen dead guys as we loot their bodies.
Explain it as you would a child.
What do you think? Is this belt me? Do you like it? Was it good?
Like the mirror.
Yeah, I like the color as you're fashioning yourself.
I'll be like,
All right, so what guns did you pick out for me?
I picked you out 1 Star Revolver and 1 Colt Army. That way you can fan the hammer if you want to with the Army.
Yeah, so that's what you find in your little search. And you get your guns.
Afterwards,
I'm proud of you, Porter.
for looting a dead person's body and wearing their guns.
No, for being man enough to carry a gun now.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs.
I'm going to look out the window and just kind of take in across the street and make sure the horses are okay.
They are indeed.
Make sure the body outside the window hasn't moved.
Body outside the window has not moved.
It's totally moved. I flipped it over.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I'll flip over too. I'll be like, Porter,
What?
did you mess with the saloon girl?
As I'm walking up the stairs. What saloon girl?
The one out front.
I don't think she's a saloon girl.
Did you mess with her?
Well, I flipped her over.
We need to get you a date, Porter.
What? No, that's not. No.
Porter, one thing you do notice as you were making your
As
way...
I step over the dead body on the stairs.
Yes, as well as you were making your way to the stairs, you do end up stepping over one of the saloon girls, and it is the face that you recognize from your hunch.
Oh, that was one of the things I was going to look for. So that.
And you can go up the stairs, and the body is basically at the top of the stairs.
I'll go around it. I'm still keeping the shotgun trained on any body I walk by because I'm a little nervous at this point.
Are you,
And,
are you nervous making
yeah.
a guts check? Let's see how nervous you are.
I'm nervous.
Oh,
my
2 of them.
2 6s. Damn!
You're so nervous, you're not cowardly.
It's because I have a shotgun out.
All right.
That and the...
And the new guns at my
The new
hips.
guns on your
That's
hips.
right.
As you're coming up, you make eye contact with the corpse at the top of the stairs, and his eyes are open. And for a second, you thought he blinked, but you took a good breath. You waited.
I played the staring game with the dead guy.
Yeah, and you wait long enough for a normal human that would take for them to blink in a staring contest as your eyes are rapidly blinking yourself. It does not blink. And so you think, maybe you just imagined something.
Edge around him.
Okay? Are you keeping an eye on him as you're edging, or are you just trying to...
No, I'm stepping around him with the gun pointed at him.
Okay. But, I mean, are you looking at him as you step past?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, make me another notice check.
Nice!
Goodness! 2 6s in a row.
I am really nervous.
Wow.
8.
Adrenaline's kicked in.
Yeah.
With him, you notice this one looks like there is a little bit of a pool of blood or something, but it's all like around his face and mouth area. So if he's laying like this, it kind of spreads out from this, and it's not like it's massive, but it's goes out for maybe about a foot.
I will. Using the shotgun, nudge it under his forehead and lift it up and see if it came from his mouth or his throat.
It kind of just pulls and sticks, and you can see there's like a small tear. Some of the skin kind of sticks and rips a little bit. It looks like it definitely came from his mouth. What are you doing during this whole time, Joshua?
Well, now that I've seen nothing across the street and everything's okay, I'm going to check the back door of the saloon.
Okay. It appears to be closed.
All right. Is it boardable as far as securing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll secure it. And it's just a room off the back, or is that like the kitchen area? Or?
Yeah, it kind of goes into the kitchen area, and then there's a couple of rooms. It's like down the hallway, so there's like 2 rooms down, and then it goes off in the kitchen, and then there's another room which looks like his room, and then at the end of the hallway is the door.
Latch the door, and I'll check what appears to be the bartender's room or the owner of the saloon's room.
Yeah, you can tell because it doesn't have a lot of nice things in it, and the door is open.
Cursory glance.
Okay. All right. Everything in here appears what this guy probably just flops in here.
Yeah.
And somebody probably flops in with him.
Head back out to the bar. Wait on Porter upstairs.
I'm going to just go door by door.
Okay.
See, I'm going to open it, see if there's anything that seems immediately out of place. But I'll only go in if something seems out of place.
The first room is open, empty. And the room looks very similar in a lot of ways to what you just stayed at Tabby's.
Yeah.
But nothing unusual in here. Second room. Open up that. There's a body on the bed.
Laying on their back or front?
They are laying on their back.
I will walk in close enough to see if it's the same sort of thing. Blood from the blood or vomit from the mouth, that sort of thing.
A little bit of, looks like a little blood vomit stain probably. This gentleman is basically, he's just got his boxers and kind of the pajama top shirt on, and he's just laying, and all of his stainage is on his chest and on his face, and it looks like it kind of oozed off to the side.
Is he in his pajamas?
What's that?
Is he in his pajamas?
No, just boxers and the shirt.
Okay. Perhaps the being tired. Okay. Next room.
That one is also empty.
Okay. Any others? Any other rooms?
No.
I don't know if it was the food. There's a guy in the bed up here. If there's no... Okay, around the...
Leave the guy in the bed alone.
I didn't touch him! Well, no, I didn't touch him.
You got close.
Is there any, food tray or anything spilled around him? Or just empty around him?
Make a notice check.
4.
There is a tray, but it's over on the dresser, the chest of drawers.
Yeah.
And looks like there was it's a tray, and there's a bowl and a spoon in it.
Okay. Never mind. He had breakfast in bed.
All right, I'm gonna head back out. No, not head out, but
It does smell in here, by the way. Just
back to the door.
Okay.
And
Front door.
yeah,
Okay.
take another sip of whiskey as I'm looking out. Try to find what might be law office.
Yeah, it looks like further down. You look further down the street, you can definitely see the town marshal's building, and then the street kind of goes down, and then there's maybe some tents. And, looks like a half-built building, and then at the very end there's a church.
Okay.
I'll come down, head out.
Grab the horses and walk over to the Marshall place.
Okay.
Marshals?
Marshall.
Yep.
Hi.
And looking at the water, since you said food
Yeah.
and she had stains and stuff on her, I'll take a look at the trough and see if it was discolored in any way other than the green moss that usually grows in it.
It's about as discolored as you would expect a horse's trough to be.
All right.
I want to look for 2 places.
Okay.
First, I want to look for a general store, if there is one. If there's not,
Yes, there definitely would be. It would be kind of done the way Josh was heading on the other side.
and then I want to look for a post office. Or would it be kind of
The
wrapped
post
up
office
with the
would
marshal?
probably be in the general store.
Okay. Well,
And the telegraph office? And
that's I'm looking for the telegraph is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, while he's going over there, I'm going to go to the general store.
All right.
yeah, because splitting up works.
Absolutely. I honestly just lost track of you. Is what's happening.
Going to the marshal's office.
Yeah, the main thing I'm looking for is, does it look like there's any signs of struggle? And paperwork on the desk, wanted posters, bounties, things like that. Kind of.
It is messy in here. Make me a smarts roll.
5.
Okay. You notice that the marshal's jail cell, the door is slightly ajar. There are keys stuck in the key lock. There's no bodies in here whatsoever.
Okay.
The desk area is trashed. Drawers pulled out, papers scattered. Anywhere where there would be anything that is of a neat and orderly nature is definitely not neat and orderly in here. And that's about what you are able to see. in here.
Any badges?
You don't find any badges.
Okay.
Porter, you go in the general store.
Absolutely.
You walk in, you don't see anything initially. You come around the corner where they've got the shelves lined up. There's a dead body lying flat out right in between two shelves, right by the canned goods. Boom, another female.
Shot?
You can't tell from the angle you're at.
Guess I'm going to have to get closer then.
You get up close, and yes,
Okay.
it appears that they were shot in the back.
All right. Well, first things first, I'm going to find an extra canteen for myself and grab it.
You can definitely find that.
And then I'm going to find the telegraph.
All right, you make your way to the back of kind of the general store, kind of wind your way out, and you come around the corner. You find another body.
Yeah.
And it looks like it probably was the store owner. He has the stereotypical little bands around the store owner's shirt sleeve thing, you know. He's also balding, which all general store owners seem to be. He's lying on his back, and he's more like in a half fetal position. And he's clutching something in his hands, and you notice there is a little bit of blood and other dried stains on top of the desk, which is where he clearly it looks like he fell from.
Well, I guess I'm going to unclutch his arms.
Okay. And it just kind of rigor has set in, so you really got to really pull on this. Snap.
I'm waiting for the snap.
And you hear it as that goes. Make a guts check.
Oh, it's a 6.
Okay. And when you finally pull free whatever he's holding on to, there's kind of this that comes out. It just like this sound just comes from his mouth, almost like he's alive, and at the same time as you're pulling, his body kind of goes up a little bit towards you, and then you pull it free, and he pops back down.
Ah! I'm okay.
You're holding the telegraph thing in your hands. It has been pulled free from the wires.
Why would you? People are weird.
What are you doing?
I'll step out of the marshal's office.
You said law office the first time. I was thinking lawyer.
Lawyer office. And start looking around for the location of the livery.
Delivery.
It's usually on the edge of the town. But
Yes, it's probably about midway between where you're at and the church.
Okay. And since this is a dead town, I'll be like, Porter, where'd you run off to?
I'm in the store.
I'm headed to the livery. Don't be lollygagging.
Right. Let me just send this message. I'm hooking up the telegraph.
Okay.
Put it back as best I can.
All right.
I don't know if I know how to.
So make me let's make an untrained skill use. Let's just do that. So D4 -2, and then obviously your wild die. 3.
So close.
It is close.
But I
You
don't.
could burn a chip.
You got some chips there.
But I would have to get a 6.
Or a 4 that explodes.
You know? There we go. Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
No?
You did try
I didn't color code it. What is this?
You think you get it hooked up probably.
Yeah.
You're like, do you even know Morse code?
No, probably not. But I'm sure that, there's probably a poster or something
There
posted.
absolutely is the little conversion chart. Are you going to go through the motions of sending a message? Thinking that you got it hooked up?
Well, no, I would probably hear it because there's a little
buzz.
to it.
Yeah, you don't hear that. Yeah. So you struggle with it for a good couple of minutes.
Why would you stupid?
He didn't do it on purpose.
He totally did it. He's clutching it to his chest. Unless he didn't want whoever did this to send a message. That's the only thing I can think of.
Or he died with convulsions and yanked it out of the wall when he fell.
All right, I'm going to head back out.
All right.
And I'm going to rob the store.
Who did I hook up with? Busting people up.
We're seeing a completely different side of Porter here. Well, of course, you did steal. You did grave rob. So what?
I know.
So who are we kidding? Yeah.
Well, it's for my own protection, okay?
Okay.
And this is because we're going to need money to pay off people. So I
So you're robbing the store to take the cash. Here I'm thinking you're taking items.
Well, I mean, I would, but I don't know if there's anything I would want.
The canteen.
Yeah, other than the canteen. I don't want any of the food because for all I know, it's tainted too. So,
Sure.
Except for that hat. That's a nice hat.
well, I already have a good hat. Thank you.
There is some candy here.
How do I want candy? All food. I am not touching a single thing of food after saying it. Everyone has vomited in some way.
Are you sure? Because it looks like there's, little pieces of hard candy, and there might even be, that might even be chocolate.
Why are you tempting me with chocolate? This feels weird.
Because it's my job.
All right. Well, first I'm going to rob the.
You're gonna rob the store. You find $69 in the till. So you're at the livery.
Even eat
Horses?
There are 2 horses left in here.
Saddles and rigs on the walls, or
There is, yes.
well, they're only going to perish because no one's around to take care of them.
And I thought I was stealing a lot of money.
I'll saddle them up.
And I'm going to grab a piece of candy on my way out. Piece of candy.
Nice.
Okay.
Not chocolate. It's too hot. I know. I'm going to piece of hard
Totally
candy.
melt.
Yeah, it would melt. It absolutely would melt.
So you've got like a cinnamon twirl or something sticking out of your mouth as you come out of the general
Yeah,
store.
you can get you can have like a peppermint stick or just like a sugar stick or, gosh, what other kind of candy would they have had at that point in time? Probably they would have something that's anise flavored more than likely, so it's like licorice.
Yeah, let's go with licorice. I like licorice.
Licorice stick.
Licorice stick, yeah.
All right.
I'll grab 2 in case he wants one.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, you're walking down. You see him just as he's coming out with 2 saddled horses.
You go with 2 saddled horses. I come out with 2 pieces of candy. I'm not even good at robbing.
I'll just shake my head. Kittens.
That's so funny. What'd you find? I got 2 horses. What'd you get? I got some candy.
The telegraph is busted. I was going to send a message back to Worthington for Derek.
I don't even know how to use one of those things.
They're not that bad.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
there's a poster on the wall. I'm sure I would have figured it out.
But how do you know where it's going?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I would have figured it out somehow. I'm sure there's a central switchboard somewhere, and you just append the message. I'm spitballing here.
Okay.
Would you like a licorice stick?
No, thanks.
It's better for you than tobacco. Actually, I have no idea if that's true.
I tapped one of the saddlebags on my horse. Looks like I've got some top shelf whiskey.
Did you just steal 2 horses?
Well, they were just going to die if we let them in there. Left them in there.
Nice, you're right.
Only one place in town I think of to check next before we head out.
Where's that?
Church.
See if anyone's left.
On the way out.
All right. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Shotgun, licorice stick in my mouth.
Nice.
Leading 3 horses.
Call me Sticky Fingers.
After this, we will. I'll tie them up in front of the church. And just do a look at the church, because it's probably a standalone building.
It is a standalone building.
And front door's obvious.
Yep.
Side doors, back doors.
There is no side doors. There is a back door.
I'm gonna look in the window.
It's actually it's raised above, so it is from standing down at the bottom of the stairs. You can't see into.
I'm not gonna look in the window.
If he was sitting on his horse, could he see in the window?
You might be able to see a little bit. You wouldn't be able to see if somebody was standing up inside the church. You would definitely be able to see from on top of the horse.
Well, then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Sitting on your horse, looking in a window.
All right.
Yep.
You do not see anybody standing up inside the church. You do see everything appears normal as far as like there's up at the altar area and all that appears there's nothing's knocked down or any of that sort of thing.
After you.
back door.
All right. Go up the stairs.
I'll follow him.
Okay. It is unlocked.
Lord. Head on in.
It opens up into what looks to be like kind of almost like a studio apartment type of room. Clearly, this must have been where the pastor stayed. On the other end, the hallway kind of leads out, and then it looks like it continues on and then cuts deeper into the church. There is a closet here with the closet door shut. There's his bed. He's got a footlocker, desk as well.
Any writings out on the desk, like prepping a sermon
Looks
or
like
anything else?
Looks like he was looks like some sermon notes. He's got a little pen, some papers there.
Bible open?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything appears very neat in here.
Okay. Open the next door into the church.
Cut through, and you can see. Looks like the hallway goes down just as you connect because it intersects off. It looks like there might be some storage down there. But then you come into the church, you're coming in kind of from the back of the altar area, and you're like following right behind.
Yeah, I'm following behind him.
All right. You follow behind, and then both of you get to make guts checks again.
Guts.
6. Okay, you're
You
fine.
add grit to this, right?
You absolutely can.
7 to 3 is 10.
10. There are quite a few bodies in here. They occupy about the first 3 or 4 pews. These look like a lot of just regular townsfolk, men, women. There are children, and they're all kind of either have slid off of a pew or have. Well, how far down are you going to go from the altar? Are you standing up top?
Standing on the altar.
Okay. Or they're like leaning into each other or hunched over in the pew in front of them. And maybe probably about 20 or so people.
20.
Yeah. And then you can see laying in front of them in the front pews what looks to be like the pastor. He's got a little bit nicer of a suit on, that kind of thing, but he's face down.
So definitely poison of some sort.
Yep.
But everyone? It's a little hard to do.
Well, not all of them in the saloon were poisoned. Most of them were shot.
These look poison. I can't imagine you'd be able to shoot all that
No.
these guys without them getting
Yeah,
out.
it was something.
Porter, make me a notice check.
5.
You thought you might have just heard something behind you.
I spin around immediately.
Okay. You definitely didn't.
Nope.
Spin around. Nothing's there.
I think I heard something.
What?
I think I heard something.
Hello? Anybody there?
Make another notice check. I'll give you a +2 on this one.
Oh,
You
definitely
may
gonna
not
make
even
it.
need
How about a 12?
You hear what sounds like stifled crying coming from back towards the pastor's room.
I think there's a survivor.
Well, lead on.
I'll head towards it. I'm going to keep the gun up because even if I scare them, I'm less scared by holding the gun up.
Colton gives me strength. So you come back into the pastor's room?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear definitely some stifled. It sounds like it's coming from the closet.
Always the kids. Sling the shotgun.
Okay.
Walk over to the Bible.
Okay.
Close it. Open it up to the front.
All right.
See if there's a name in it.
Yes, there is. Jeremiah, or to the Reverend Jeremiah Bartholomew Donaldson.
Got a name here. Jeremiah Donaldson.
The full thing said, this Bible is given as a gift to Jeremiah Bartholomew Johnson by his lovely wife Patricia on this date, and it was from about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But I think it's a kid.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking if it's a relative, he might have a name for leverage. Kid might know the pastor and calm down.
Try to open the...
Yeah, I'll cover you.
I'm gonna open the door. We're not here to hurt you. We just rode into town, and we're worried about you. Click.
Well, I wonder what's behind that door. Or who. I do reckon we'll find out in the next issue, Meeting Annabelle. The part of Joshua Young is played by Brent Rich. Porter Holt is played by Brad Smith. And your intrepid marshal is played by Chris Hussey. Deadlands and Savage Worlds are the property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Learn more about their great games at their website, peginc.com. And of course, thanks always to our friends at Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. And if you do enjoy these issues, please consider dispensing a lovely 5-star review on wherever it is that you do listen from. It's kindly appreciated. I'm Ernest Wick for the Tombstone Epitaph. And remember, the only time a nickel goes as far as it once did is when it rolls under the bed.